Why all of a sudden do you have a glisten about you?
Because it's football songs. Football themes and songs.
It is fun, isn't it?
I love it, yeah.
Hey, thanks for hanging with us. This is Home Wizards. I'm Cindy
Hey,
Doble.
I'm Eric Stromer.
And we're just warning, you're going to feel hungry right now because we've got some great ideas for football viewing parties. And if you have a Crockpot, you have a Crockpot.
I do.
I have a Crockpot that I've had for years. I mean, it's just like, it makes you a genius in the kitchen. What
is
is that?
Well, because it slowly cooks the meat and makes it tender and delicious. That's why.
And all the flavors, and then you don't have to
Meld
think about
together,
it.
and you just walk away. I do it in the morning. I throw the chicken, or I throw the short rib, or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And you with the one with the Cabernet in it.
I did the beef ribs with Cabernet, brown sugar, chili peppers, sautéed onions, and tomato paste, and it was
And what happens? You come back around 5:36, and you got
like
yourself
candy.
a hearty meal.
Like candy.
Look at you.
But we can do any of these things.
It's 1st and 10, and you need a chicken wing.
See, so we thought we'd explore some of our favorite Crockpot ideas for football viewing parties because it's football time, absolutely. So, have you done beef brisket sandwiches?
I have not.
Have you done? Well, I know you've done pulled pork sandwiches.
I do all the time the tacos and the pulled pork.
You do and what's your secret to the pulled pork?
Well, I do the pork butt, and I throw it in, and I throw a little chicken stock in there. First, I brown it. I have the kind of crock pot you can brown on the stove and then transfer it to the slow cook cradle, if you will.
Great.
So I do a little garlic and olive oil. I brown the butt in the pan, and then I throw about a quarter cup of chicken stock in the bottom, and I just sit back and watch it tenderize.
That's it, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and I do dill on it too.
What about oranges?
Salt and pepper and dill. I haven't done oranges.
So here's another way where you do all the things that you're doing, but add some Worcestershire and some little bit of brown sugar, tomato paste. That's kind of like the trifecta, I think. And then have some of those red pepper flakes, right? Or some of that rooster, that kind of Asian spicy rooster sauce.
Yeah.
And but then add some oranges. There's something about oranges, and you said you have a lot of oranges in the
thousands
yard.
of them.
We have oranges too, and then you just cut them in half, and you throw them in the crock pot. And there's something about what oranges do to pork. It not only seems to tenderize the meat even more, but it really absorbs that flavor. Big time.
I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet.
So try that, and then you get some sandwich buns, and you can even put coleslaw on the buns with the pulled pork.
Oh, yes. I'm going to do that. That's fun.
Isn't that great?
I'm doing it today. I'm running to the store right now.
Well, you probably need about 8 hours to really do that. I mean, if you are going to crock pot cook, you got to start earlier, really early in the morning, because it's disappointing, because it could be so much better.
It could be better a couple more hours.
Yeah.
I usually do it about 8:39.
Yeah.
And that's plenty of time for a 6 o'clock dinner.
Good. Yeah. You definitely want to have plenty.
But I didn't even think to do it with the fresh, delicious little undersized buns, and then some delightful coleslaw or even sauerkraut as a sandwich. Are you kidding me?
In the sandwich.
Watching Peyton Manning just destroy the New England Patriots. Man, that's going to be good.
Okay. How about, you say you also have done a lot of, you've done beef in there, right? Yeah. Have you done kind of like a beef and bean torta?
No.
Okay. So it's basically, it's like having a tostada, but it's kind of like a 7-layer dip that you take to the next level, right?
Okay.
And so the whole idea is you're again, these are all crockpot ideas, so you're a genius without even having to try very hard at all. And this is going to be something you can serve up for your football viewing party. It's some ground beef, and it's, chopped onion and some black beans and tomatoes and some tomato paste and all that. But then you add the shredded Mexican cheese and then cilantro. And the idea is, first you put all this in the slow cooker, and you put it kind of in a crisscross pattern so it resembles the spokes of a wheel. And then when you cover the entire bottom of the cooker, you press against the sides, and you coat the strips generously with the non-sticking spray, and what happens is it ends up looking like a 7-layer dip. So you have all these, all the beef and the tomatoes and the cheese and the beans.
I am hungry right now. Now
See?
You've done it. You've done the whole Pavlov's dog.
Sorry,
I'm drooling on the microphone thing.
It's meats and cheeses.
I don't know what it is.
I know.
Yeah.
I went to a doctor the other day, and they said, "Are you a vegetarian?" I said, "No, I love my meat." I mean, I love vegetables, but I definitely am a meat person.
Yeah.
But these are all things that you can really easily make in the crock pot, right? I mean, the whole idea is to, as you're getting ready for some of these games and you're having people over, do it really easily, with something that's not going to take a lot of time. Well, it does take time, but it doesn't take a lot of effort. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and the good news too is that it's
just sitting there.
It's a communal dish. You can just take your tongs, pull it. If you're doing tacos, let's say, this is what I love about doing the pulled pork tacos. It just sits in the pan. You grab your tongs, you pull a little bit of meat out, put it in your crunchy shell. Add your cilantro, your onion, your little bit of sour cream. Goodbye, baby.
You're ready.
You're done.
You're ready.
And I like the queso fresco cheese. I don't like the shredded cheese. I like the queso fresco. Man, it's
yummy.
good.
Very melt in the
Side of
mouth.
beans done.
How about also making a slow cooker turkey chili? You can't go wrong with chili.
You can't.
And, and turkey is a good version instead of using ground beef, right? And so the idea here in the slow cooker, it's going to take you at least, you want to cook at least 4 hours, if not longer. But using ground turkey, like some fat-free ground turkey and chili powder and seasonings and all that stuff. And then a variety of beans, like 3 or 4 different kinds of beans. And just let it slow cook with some bell peppers and onions and tomatoes.
Let me tell you about the greatest bolognese recipe. You ready?
Sure.
Couple of pounds of ground beef, and I don't like the low-fat beef. I like a little bit of fat in it because it's going to be way more flavorful. Okay, I throw the ground beef in, I brown it with some onion and garlic, a little bit of oil. Then all I do, tomato sauce in the pot, maybe some basil. Let it cook for a couple of like 7-8 hours. Oh my goodness, my kids go nuts. It turns into not only a bolognese kind of meal for the first night. Guess what you do the next day?
It's even better.
Well, no, you can make it in your tacos. So you get 2 meals out of this thing.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
Try it.
Yum.
You're going to love me.
How about slow cooker short ribs with vegetables? You basically are using the ribs now, but you throwing in the crock pot also some different kinds of some veggies like, I don't know, maybe some carrots, some baby carrots, a jumbo onion, maybe try some parsnips. And turnip, and you put all that, cut them into some chunks and let it slow cook with the bone and beef chuck short ribs, and then some red wine and tomato paste, and let that baby go for 8 hours. Yum. Now, how about some other ideas? I mean, those are all things that you can do.
Yeah.
With the
Now, what about grilling? We didn't even get into grilling, man.
We can get into grilling next time because we don't have time to talk about all the grilling options. But you totally could do grilling. But some quick dips. Right? Some quick dips that you could use for football viewing, like this black bean and goat cheese dip.
Oh.
Do you love that?
Yeah. Wait, black bean and goat cheese?
Yes.
Wow.
Basically, the idea is it's loaded with scallions and with cilantro, and it is actually pretty healthy. And it's going to wow your guests. It's scrumptious because of the color contrast, right?
Yummish.
Another really cool thing you can try in terms of like a dip. How about tequila Bloody Mary marinated cherry tomatoes? It's really not a dip. It's really more just of a finger food, I should say. But you spike tequila and some pepper vodka with the cherry tomatoes, and then you just let it just sit there on this nice platter, and it's yummy. It just is a complete like infusion in these tomatoes.
Yummish.
Are you ready for that? And then
yeah.
you use some margarita dipping salt, and you just kind of sprinkle that over the tomatoes. And you could throw in like some Tabasco sauce or some Worcestershire, but that is a lovely thing just to serve and munch on during the football game.
I'm in.
Are you in?
You sold me. I'm done.
So we'll put all this on the website as
Good.
always, because we have a lot of great ideas from the Crockpot, and of course, we'd throw in some grill ideas for you, as you mentioned, to get ready for football viewing parties, and then some great just finger foods. Finger foods that just are going to be yummy for the entire crowd.
Man alive.
Right?
Yeah.
Are you going to do the black bean and goat cheese?
I might do it, but I'm definitely going to do the butt tacos.
How about the chorizo, potato, and onion Spanish tortilla?
Okay.
We'll put that on the website
all right,
too.
I'll do it.
YourHomeWizards.com. Eric Stormer, Cindy Dole, we love to improve your home and improve your life. And until next time, the key is under the mat. Bye-bye.